A quiet place. What if the aliens didn't want to conquer us? They just wanted us quiet. In a quiet place, there's no warning, no message from the stars, no ships in the sky. The invasion is over before most people even realize it's happening. The creatures arrive silently, like falling ash. No one knows where they came from. Not NASA, not NORAD, not the military. And when they hit the ground, they don't talk, they hunt. These things aren't here to control, enslave, or even feed. They don't care about you, only the sound you make. With impenetrable armor and hypersensitive hearing, they can hear a whisper from hundreds of meters away and kill you before you can finish the sentence. They're blind, fast, unstoppable, and worst of all, indiscriminate. They don't attack cities. They don't target governments. They go after everything that makes a sound. Deer, birds, children, machinery, dogs. Earth doesn't fight back. It goes silent. The US military collapses within days. Cities empty out. Emergency broadcasts die off. And communication breaks down globally. Survivors live barefoot. Roads are padded with sand. Language becomes sign. Emotion becomes dangerous. Humanity doesn't organize a counterattack. It whispers and waits. Because in this alien invasion, the war isn't about weapons or diplomacy. It's about volume. And the only way to win is to disappear. Edge of tomorrow. What if the aliens didn't just invade Earth? What if they could invade time itself? In Edge of Tomorrow, the mimics don't crash land in a blaze of glory. They arrive like a virus, unseen, unannounced, and already 10 steps ahead. These aren't aliens with ships and speeches. They're a hive. Millions of creatures guided by one central intelligence, the Omega. The mimics don't conquer with firepower. They use perfect information. Why? Because the Omega can reset time every time it loses. Every failed battle becomes a rehearsal. Every mistake is deleted. The next invasion? Flawless. Earth responds the only way it knows how, with soldiers, bombs, and hope. But the war is already lost before it begins. Humanity throws everything at them. Armored mech suits, elite squads, global alliances, and still gets wiped off the map, over and over again. The invaders aren't adapting, they're remembering. The only thing that breaks the loop is when a human, Major William Cage, is infected with the mimic's ability. He starts to reset time too, and that's when Earth gets its only advantage, a second chance. In Edge of Tomorrow, the aliens don't fight to survive. They fight to perfect extinction, and the only way to beat them is to become like them. War of the Worlds. In War of the Worlds, the aliens don't come to study us or offer a warning. They come to wipe us out. No diplomacy, no demands. Just towering machines rising from the ground like they've been waiting for centuries. Because they have. The ships were buried here long ago, and the lightning storm simply delivered the pilots. This isn't an invasion launched from afar, it's a reclamation. Earth, to them, was always theirs. And we're not enemies. We're insects. They harvest humans in cages, vaporize cities in seconds, and poison the soil with our blood. Our weapons bounce off their shields, our armies crumble like paper. The aliens never even notice us struggling. Humanity doesn't fight back. We scatter, hide, hope. And then, just when extinction seems guaranteed, the invasion fails. Not because of us, but because of the Earth itself. The aliens are killed by bacteria, microbes, germs too small to see. In the end, we don't survive because we're strong. We survive because the planet chose us and rejected them. Halo. In Halo, the aliens don't invade Earth for conquest, territory, or resources. They invade because of faith. The Covenant is a coalition of alien species bound together by religious fanaticism, and they believe activating a network of ancient ring worlds, the Halos, will lead them to godhood. What they don't know is that these rings are actually super weapons designed to wipe out all sentient life in the galaxy, a last resort failsafe to starve out a parasitic species known as the Flood. But the Covenant doesn't care. They see Earth as the final obstacle in their prophecy, a heretic world that must be burned to ash. Their armies are vast, their technology decades beyond ours, and their zealotry makes them impossible to reason with. Humanity responds with everything it has: orbital defenses, ground wars, and Spartans, genetically enhanced super soldiers bred for this exact war. Chief among them is Master Chief, the last hope of Earth, not just fighting to win, but to survive long enough to uncover the truth about the Halos and stop the galaxy from being erased. In Halo, the aliens don't invade to dominate us. They invade to end us, all in the name of a god that was never listening. Cloverfield. In Cloverfield, there's no warning, no contact, and no explanation. 1 second, it's a party in New York. The next, the Statue of Liberty's head is rolling down the street. The alien doesn't invade with fleets or demands. It just arrives. A skyscraper-sized creature crashing through the city like a living natural disaster, destroying everything in its path without reason or pause. It doesn't communicate. It doesn't negotiate. It simply exists. And its presence is enough to plunge an entire city into hell. And as if that weren't enough, it sheds smaller parasitic creatures that swarm the streets and tear people apart. The military responds fast and hard, deploying tanks, airstrikes, and evacuation protocols. But nothing works. The monster barely reacts to bullets. Its origin is never confirmed. Was it a deep-sea creature awakened by drilling? A cosmic life form? A weapon? Doesn't matter. By the time anyone's asking questions, the city's already gone. In Cloverfield, the invasion isn't a war. It's a blind catastrophe. And the most terrifying part is realizing Earth may have never been ours to begin with. Destroy all humans. In Destroy All Humans, the aliens don't come in peace. And they don't pretend to either. Crypto, a short-tempered clone with a jetpack and a death ray, is sent to Earth not to negotiate, but to extract human DNA to save his own species from extinction. The Furon race is dying out, and humanity, unfortunately, carries traces of their ancient genetic material thanks to a long-forgotten encounter. Earth isn't a battlefield, it's a harvest. And while Crypto might joke, belch, and zap farmers for fun, the mission is deadly serious. Invade, extract, and erase. The United States government scrambles to contain the threat, spinning the alien activity into Cold War paranoia, while military bases and entire towns vanish under flying saucer fire. Mind control, anal probes, cloned presidents. Every tool is used not just to conquer, but to mock the very idea of resistance. In Destroy All Humans, the invasion isn't subtle or sophisticated. It's a full-blown parody of 50s sci-fi, made terrifying by just how easily the aliens win. And the punchline? We never stood a chance.